Let's go. We're back on TikTok. Streamlabs is freaking out, but I'm not going to deal with that right now. Yeah, I think we're back on TikTok. Hey everyone, John here. Staff software engineer, lead maintainer of the open source Latterly.io, the website in front of us, which is a tech career acceleration platform. It'll help you learn to code, land your first role, or upskill all the way up to the senior staff level, just like me. I mean, I have principal experience too, but it's not the current role, so I try to stay humble and say staff. What are we going to do today? Let's do some data visualization. So I have this job search tool. You can click it right here. And yeah, I would like a graphical view here. So over here, there's like a delete button where I can click it. I would like some kind of little icon or something. Oh, wow. And when I hover, it's hard to read that text, so we'll fix that too. Okay, it's easier to read on, so I'll just take the hover off. Yeah, I'll just take the hover off, that's fine. But I'd like a button that lets me see some charts. I want to see some charts, so let's get into it. This is going to be issue number 492, and then if we have time, we'll knock out 473 as well. 473 is partially done. These two screenshots from Mr. C are work to be done. Everything above is already done. Okay, so we come over here. We're going to get fetch origin main. Make a new branch, a feature branch based on that issue prefix 492, and this is going to be dash job search data viz for visualization, that is like graphics. Maybe do some D3, chart.js, one of those probably. We'll see where we go. So get reset hard on origin main, get push. And we're going to vibe code it. So do I have a strong opinion about the particular chart library? Not really. Not really. I'm going to close others so I can focus in on my current task. I'll open up this package and I'm looking for the instructions. AI, instructions, Copilot create instructions. Here we go. Yeah, maybe I want to turn, so this is a Python script. We'll run the Python script. Maybe I should make it into an NPM script because I do kind of naturally gravitate to the package JSON. All right, so I want to run this to refresh my instructions and then we'll go over to the vibe coding. We like to follow a sandwich model for prompt engineering practices when vibe coding. I also want to pin the model. So I'll go Claude Sonnet 3.7 here. And so we're going to pin the model. We're going to get the instructions working so that the language model has a really strong starting point. We'll follow a sandwich, kind of let it run free in the middle. And then the end of the sandwich, some hard gates, including making sure our tests pass build passes, manual review, and all that stuff. So that's the sandwich model for vibe coding. Okay, let's see, Latterly.io, I want to go to scripts, and then UV run Python, create Copilot instructions. No module found. Okay, so let me cd into the Python directory. And I might need to activate my virtual environment. Okay, so that worked. I just needed to be in the right directory. So it's updated. We've changed some things. I think there's a lot of shuffle because I'm in Windows. I think a lot of this, look, so TableScraper.js is actually gone, yeah. But PyProject Toml should not be gone. It's just reordered, right? It's just reordered. So let me actually enhance the A, B, C, D. Yeah, it's alphabetical over here. That's what I would expect. I guess whenever I get to a Mac again, I'm going to need to force it to be alphabetically ordered files within the directory, but it seems like it's already naturally doing that here on Windows, so I won't be able to verify that my sorting works because it's already naturally sorted on Windows. That's interesting. So this will be a chore, refresh instructions. Okay, we'll commit that. That that will let us get this branch going, and we'll just put it in draft mode. It's going to be feat data viz for job tool. Say refreshes instructions, closes, I think it's called diagrams. Yeah, job search diagrams. So we'll close 492 and then we'll update it if we end up partialing another one. Okay, with that, I will go back to my Next.js main directory so that I can run dev. We'll open up localhost here. First, let's take care of this thing. When I hover here, the background turns white. So this is the job search page. Next.js has file-based routing, Control-P, page. So I can go to this job search page right here and follow the rendering tree. Pretty simple component, under 40 lines. That's great. And so it's going to be inside of this job search list subcomponent. Somewhere over here, when I'm hovering, so active, where's this thing? Create new job search, won't be that. Active, job search active span. Okay, so here's that active span, and then somewhere over here there's like a hover thing. Control F, Hover. Nope, I don't see it. We have delete job search button. Oh, this. So let's get rid of that. Save. That's the whole div, the whole container there. This is laterally, this is not this is not my localhost. So let me go to my localhost. And now when I hover, it's not changing, right? So previously it's changing, now it's not changing. Well, it's good that it's not changing, but I don't like the state that I left it on. Okay. Yeah, so hover. So that's the right class. But I want it to be that black color. So where's the black color coming from? Is that like a higher order? I guess it's falling through from a higher order. Job search list is wrapped in this thing, Yeah, dark from gray to gray. Okay, so we'll do from gray to gray. Yeah. And now we got rid of that undesired hover effect. The hover was kind of cool if I just make it like a really dark hover. No, because the text here is kind of subtle. So even a like super dark, just like slightly lighter will make that hard to read. So I'm going to leave it like this. So this is a style commit, RM bad dark hover. And we have a question in the chat. Let's go over to that before we continue. TikToker. Hey man, any tips on learning how to code? I feel lost going into my CS degree and scared I won't like. Yeah, I mean, that's what Latterly is all about. So if you sign up for free, you can go to the standard checklist. I would say check out the standard checklist. I mean, I'm not going to say it solves all your problems, but it should put a big old dent in that lack of confidence. Okay, thanks for the question on TikTok. All right, let's go to the vibe coding. So here I'm going to add AI instructions. Create Copilot instructions. At Copilot instructions. Yeah, okay, so it's called Copilot instructions. I'm just going to give it that one in the context window. And what do I want to ask here? I'll say let's add data visualization to our job search tracker. And I'll also make it aware of the Prisma schema. Okay, and where do I want to place this? I think from here, from the job search details page, I want to see diagrams here. Afreen on YouTube, welcome in. Hi, thanks for being here. So I'd like to create a new page. I'd like these diagrams, or I'd like these graphs to go on a new page. Here I'll put the job search list. And I'll also give it the details page. So here's the details page right there. Under the job search details page. So the route can be like so I'll even make a graphs directory here. And then I'll make a page.tsx, just to give the language model an anchor. Here's a blank page file where the code can be added. For the first graph, let's visualize job applications over time. Job application count. Over time with weekly intervals using a line graph. Cool, that would be a good start. You see how I set up the sandwich there, and now we're gonna see how it gets creative. Let me kind of stage where I'm at. I only just made a file, that's fine. Boom, it's cranking already. Magic, Sammy, welcome in. If you're liking the video so far, throw some likes on the video. That'll help the algorithm send it around. All right, so we're going to accept this file. I'm curious what library it's going to use. So we're getting the job search properly. That's an existing route. It understood the TRPC router. That's a green flag. Here's the graphs client. We're going to want to break up the charts, I think. And in this test data, I wonder how many resume versions I have. So if I create a new job search and I try to choose a post-level CSV, do I have my test data in here? I don't know. I don't know if I have it on this computer. Lead code questions. Okay, this thing, but it might not work. Let's try this. So this will be blog job search regressions. I'm not sure this CSV is well formatted. There are many dev jobs out there. Absolutely, yes. Glad you see that. So where was that file located? Scripts, Python, Analytical. Scripts, Python, Analytical. This one. Okay, it loaded. 133. Great. I like straightforward interviews. I'm with you. I'm with you. So next we're going to need to code the entry point. Consider throwing some likes on the video. Here's the job search list. Let's add an entry point to the graphs page from the job search list component. Try to add a concise icon if possible. If there's not a relevant icon, we can use a text link which just says visualize job search. What interpreter is this? We're using Cursor. Cursor, the AI first IDE. Oh, it's already saying now, let's now add a link to the job search details page. Okay, good. So it says view analytics. I dig that. No, I think this is pretty clean. So you can get to the analytics here. Yeah, this is a good entry point. The spacing on it is a little bit wonky, but I think I can patch that myself. Oh, let's add a link to the analytics from the job search page as well. Cursor's cruising. What are you working on? I'm just waiting for a few good ideas to make some apps for residual income. Yeah, good luck, man. I hope it works. One thing I'd like to see, I don't know kind of what area you work in, but I was working on my budget today and I was still using spreadsheets, like Google Sheets. So I think a good budget app could be a place to go. I know there's a bunch of those already, but I don't know. I feel like there could still be a better one. So it's using bar chart 3 from Lucid React. I don't know if I have Lucid React. Oh, nice. That's exactly what I want. Slay. Let's go. Cursor's killing it. What am I even here for, dude? I guess I'm just steering, that's all. So it's working on this page, so I won't mess it up right now, but I need a space character in here. 76 likes, thank you so much. We can do more than 100. We can do it, I believe in you. It's good to be back on TikTok. My TikTok ban is over. So this file is quite large. I think I want to break up that file. Let's break up the job search graphs component to hold, to include multiple graphs that are isolated into their own code files. Move the existing application count over time, then create a new component which visualizes application to interview ratio by resume version. Hopefully that's a bar chart. Hopefully it picks up that I want a bar chart for that. Now it's doing polyline, it's doing a lot of kind of complicated stuff here, which I'm okay with, but we could benefit from using a graphing framework, I think. Okay, so it wants me to create graphs components. I'll say that dir now exists. By the way, you can sign up at Laterally.io for free. There's a premium tier with like half a dozen additional features, including the job search feature. But there's a bunch of stuff that you can get as a guest or as a free level site user also. Check it out, Laterally, like you're climbing a ladder. Okay, so we have this weekly applications graph. I like how this file is much smaller now, only 73 lines. There's an extraneous link here. We'll get to that soon enough. Zero, zero, zero. I think that's an artifact of my CSV format. But it found the versions V1, blue, unknown. Let's see, I want this to be wider. Whenever it cools down, I'm going to add a little bit of vertical margin here. User 007. Cool. Hey, you got 007. Nice username. I would have thought someone else would have taken that already. Coding is so hard for me. I wish I had friends to study with. Join the Discord. Laterally.io has a Discord. Don't study, just keep going with different projects, says Mike. Use AI and you will learn. I think it's pretty good advice. I like learning by building projects, absolutely. But I also agree that even building projects, it's cool if you can do that with other people, right? Mike says, well, I should say that's a style of studying. Bet. 100%. Learning by doing. We love to see it. You can also make content as you go. So if you're working on a side project, throw out a tweet, throw out a post on LinkedIn, make a quick little TikTok, just talk about what you're doing. So you get learning by building and learning by teaching. And then you also grow that community you're looking for. 007. Highly recommend that strategy, building in public. That's what I'm doing right now, right? Practice what we preach. What's your name on LinkedIn? It's John Vandeveer. John Vandeveer. Kind of hard to spell my last name here. I'll pull it up. You can see it right there. You can see it right there. It's also the same as my TikTok handle. So my TikTok handle is actually John Vanderveer. Even though the username says Latterly, but the actual, so Latterly landed coding job, but the actual handle, John Vanderveer. Help you spell it. Connected. Cool, cool. Appreciate you, bro. So we're having an import issue from GraphUtils. Claude found the issue. It's proceeding to update. Thank you, Claude. Ooh, let me sit up. I do like React. It's very organized. Yeah, and this is Next.js, right? So Next.js includes React, but it adds organizational layers like that file-based routing. So that's super useful. Also notice that I did prompt Claude to break up those files into components. So some of this is prompt engineering. Even this file is way bigger than I'd like, to be honest with you. But as long as it's not creating an issue for the language model, at a certain size, it does start to create an issue for the language model, like around this size actually, because when it looks up a chunk, it's gonna look up like a 200-line chunk. Mike says, what are you coding? We're coding Latterly. So in particular, we're working on issue 492, job search diagrams. So we have this job search tool. If you go right now, you go to latterly.io. Here's the homepage. I'll put it on mobile, so I think some of y'all are on mobile, right? So it'll kind of look like this on mobile. You go to the mobile menu, you need to log in with Premium, and then under the Grow tab, there's the Job Search tab. So this is how it looks in prod, and let's compare. Now I have this graph icon. You see that? Boom. Some text overflow there. We'll need to break that up. $272 likes. Thank y'all so much. Let's try to get over 300. Y'all, the job search tool is just one of over a dozen features. So if you go to the blog article number 23, the benefits of premium membership, and you'll be able to see the details of everything we got. AI tools, job search tool, career journaling. Did you know that journaling is good for your mental health? And if you're like me, you're kind of forgetful, you forget what you achieved last year, the journal will help, and then you can just click a button and generate STAR method behavioral answers. So over here, content generator. You can generate social media posts, it helps with that, or for STAR method anecdotes for interview prep. It'll be good to fix that overflow as well. Is that overflow on mobile also? No, it looks good on mobile. It's just on desktop. Okay. Just on desktop. Make a new issue for that. So that's a bug. I think that's actually a good first issue. Definitely whack-a-mole. You fix an issue and you find a new one, eh? Such is the life of a startup. Okay, so let's go back to the job search tool that we're working on. check in with our friend Cursor over here. And it shrunk the resume effectiveness graph. Good. I was thinking it was getting a bit long and it shrunk it. Excuse me. So it broke it up into this graph utils. Yep. Cool. All right, so I'm going to hit this button. Boom. I'll grab a screen cap so we can prompt with an image. I'll say the graph overflows its container. Is it good to handle writing our own SVG components? Or should we introduce a chart library? So I'll say init graphs. Say init graphs page. My recommendation: introduce a charting library. Recharts would be particularly well suited. Okay, cool. So let's go get recharts. So here's recharts. We'll install 251. Kill my server real quick. We'll say npmi recharts is now done. Bagger, did I say that right? B-A-G-R-E, Bagger. Hey, I'm learning English and programming. How are you doing, friend? I'm well, thank you for asking. Thank you for being here. So let's look at the overall line impact here. So we're going to go from about 200 to, actually it didn't change the line count very much. I'm pretty surprised about that, to be honest with you. Well, it dropped at 50 lines. Okay, so it is a significant decrease. That's what I expect. I want to be offloading the logic onto a proven library like a chart.js. Rechart sounds good to me. Hopefully it also looks better. So yeah, now it's contained in the container, right? And I get this hover effect, that's great. I want this text to be white. Now I'll say weekly application chart has a data regression. Now saying so it thinks it's an issue with refactoring. I don't think so. It was actually absent even before we introduced recharts. Important to pay attention to little details like that, right? If I need to correct Claude momentarily, that's a detail that I'll have to hold in my own mind. So we're working together. It's kind of a symbiotic relationship, right? But hopefully it catches itself. Okay. Applications sent per week is still not rendered. I don't think this is due to introducing recharts. Analyze the related code path. I can send the schema again if it is helpful. So I can see it's reading the schema here. And you see it pulled a chunk of about 200 lines. Whenever it pulls chunks, that's about what it does. So it wants to view console logs to see what's happening in the data processing. So I'm just going to refresh here. And then I'll come over here. Let me add a few line breaks actually. So I'll restart the server so I get a pretty clean set of logs. Successfully fetched, but not displaying in the chart. So it's doing a little bit of debug right there. Thanks for the follow, Jake. Uda, thank you for the likes. Over 300 likes now. Thank you so much. By the way, you can go over to YouTube. Link is in my bio, and you might be able to see the screen better. Deusel, did I say it right? Thank you for the follow. Hope you all will consider checking out laterally.io. I'll pull it up on screen briefly. And you can sign up for free. You can sign up with Google, or a different email address works as well. You can do your own email address and password. I like the Google flow though, it's pretty clean. Pretty low effort. Boom, and we got our charts back, and they're looking better than ever in my humble opinion. Okay, great. Oh no! I think it'll catch that. No problemo. Twitch is quiet tonight, y'all. No one on Twitch. That's okay. Good. So here's the feature, use recharts. One thing I'd like to do is lighten the text here. The resume version text is hard to read on dark mode. And let me confirm light mode as well. Yeah, it looks fine on light mode. Light mode looks fine. So we'll get a fix for that going. I'd like to see one more chart. So let's see, what kind of charts do I want? Weekly applications, resume effectiveness. And if I could diagnose the performance by round type, that would be super cool as well. Oh, when I hit that 6 month, then the time thing vanishes. So we'll wait for the current prompt to end and then I'll put in this new prompt. Next themes. No, I don't want to use next themes. Okay, it's figuring out that we don't want to use next themes. Yeah, that looks great. Netor on YouTube. Welcome in. Netor. Is it Netor or is it Netter? Thanks for being here either way. Let's see. Boom, no data, but I can click all. No data, but I can click all. Would be cool to have a calendar where I can do an arbitrary date range. Trying to figure out why this thing is not very wide. So here's the computed width, computed from W full. Max WMD. Yeah, that's the issue. Max W XL. Bam. Do we want L or XL? Okay, is it because we have a large card component? Oh, it's in a small card. Yeah, that's going to be the issue. Don't know that that helped much. So here's large card. We still got that max WMD. So this is the inner class name. Class name, inner class name. Copy these arguments from the small card to the large card. Flex, item center, justify. Flex. Can cursor pick it up? Nope, I don't really like that. I don't really like that. How many places am I using a large card anyway? It might be advantageous to just remove it. No, I can't remove it. I'm using it. Okay, so I'll use the small card. But I want to override the max WMD. Dadu, thank you for the follow. So what to do here? Max WMD. The issue is if I change that, I'm going to be changing everywhere that uses the small card. Okay, we'll use the large card here, and then we'll go regression test all the places that use it, I guess. Package.json, please help. What about it? This is mine. You want to look at the scripts or the dependencies? We use Stripe, TRPC, Next.js. I guess the cleanest thing to do will just be remove the card style here. What happens if I just remove the card style? Ah, it's coming from a higher order. My PHP has input. Oh no, I'm not messing with PHP. You can join the Discord and maybe I'll talk about it later, but not currently. So this is the one. This is ID graphs. What did I edit? The job search ID. Oh yeah, okay. I don't want to mess with that. This is the one that I wanted to mess with. Cool, so then it just gets wide. The dark mode pass through is inhibited. I think I want like a very large card. Okay, so we'll make a new one. So here's small card. Very large card.tsx. We'll just make a new component. So here's the small card. Here's the very large card, and the difference is that bit right there. Okay, that's looking better. Is there an XXL? How does this look on mobile, by the way? Yeah, it's really taken up as much as we can on mobile. I think this is fine. This is fine. I want the this date thing, I want it to wrap on mobile. Thanks for the follow. Time period selector, right? So we're using this time period selector. Time period selector is defined in two graphs. Is it importantly different? Or should we extract and reuse it? On mobile, I would like to be presented on its own line. So the feature here is very large card. Made that very large card component. So cursor's going to create a shared component. We love to see that. Hopefully that'll shrink this bad boy. This is 350 lines. Oof. Maybe we can shave off 10 lines or so. Every little bit counts, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a little more than 10. A little more than 10 lines saved. That'll be great. So the feature is isolate time period selector. Trims 20 lines. Love it. Got one more to go. Good. And it wraps on mobile, which is what I want to see. Now let's see this one get fixed. Java is better than C#. Maybe. I really like me some Kotlin. Yeah, that looks way better, right? Jake, thanks for the follow. You don't work at State Farm, do you? Okay, so this is looking pretty good. Here, let's go back over here, view analytics, add a bit of space on that one. So I'll say MT2. I think we need even more. It's an MB6. Now let's go MT4. Up that margin top just a little bit more. MT meaning margin top. I think that looks better. Arguably a little bit too spacey here, so we can actually shrink this one. So the MB6 will normalize on an MB4. I think I saw another MB6. Make that an MB4. We'll just replace all the MB6 with MB4 and see how that looks. Good, I think this looks good. Light mode looks good, dark mode looks good, even better I think. So this is a style commit. Style, better margin. From here, I'm remembering that I do want to go fix this thing, but I'm going to hold that to the last because it's pretty unrelated from a context perspective, right? So is it time to add one more chart? So we have job search regressions. Oh no, the hover is back. I thought I got rid of you, dude. Job search, page, hover, colon. Where's that span? There's the job search active span. Okay, so it's somewhere else now. Interesting. Where did it come from? Where did you come from? Where did you go? This one. Am I back on laterally again? Login form, add job application modal, job search details. Yeah, I'm back on prod. Oof, sorry, my bad. Let me close that. Okay. Yes, and here we're good. Here we're good, right? This is looking good. This is looking good. Yeah, I think we just add our one more chart and then we'll be good here. So we have, what else do we want to see? We got weekly applications, resume, oh yeah, and then performance by job search round type. Let's make one more graph, which is performance by round type. And Cursor gets it. It says, I'll create a new component to show performance by round type, for example, screening, technical, and behavioral. This will help users understand their success rates at different stages of the interview process. You guessed it. That's the point, babe. Chat, drop a comment if there's a particular graph or analysis that you would like to have a pre-made query, so you don't have to do the data analysis. You can have this awesome user experience where a tool takes care of it for you. This will be the last graph, and then there's a couple other non-graph changes. So this will take care of, oh, we might want a Sankey diagram. Okay, so we'll do one more. And I don't have any data in that CSV, so that's okay for this to be looking like that. Excuse me. I guess we should have an export CSV as well. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 graphs. That'll be great. I don't really like that any, but whatever. Doesn't have a built-in support for Sankey diagrams. Bummer. We might not want a Sankey diagram if this goes strangely. Let's check out this library. Over 100,000 weekly. Yeah, it looks like a strong library. Okay, great. Not as much as recharts, but it's a good number. All right, I think we're doing the right thing. We have recharts in the main, and then we have React Google Charts specifically for Sankey and other supported specialty charts. Start working on a paragraph here. It is the end times. Quit using AI or we're finished. No way, man. Just vibe, dude. While it's running, we'll start working on the lint errors we're going to have. I don't want to do that. Instead of a good, good, good. That's better. A little more verbose, much safer though. $361 likes. Thank y'all so much. Okay, so I think the graphs are good. Let's go over here. Ah, now these are working. Applied, rejected, offer. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So create new job search has the create job search modal empowers us to upload a post level CSV. Our data dives deeper into the round level, where a post may have multiple rounds. Update the job search details page with a download download CSV button, which downloads row level round level data. Then let's add the ability to upload a round level CSV. How do you say your username? HUEHXD. Way? What IDE is this? It's Cursor IDE. Cursor. And is it paid? Yes, I highly recommend Cursor Premium. They have a free version. So you go to cursor.com, pricing. They have a free version. I highly, highly recommend the pro version though. Let's look at our build issues and see if we can fix some of those in the meantime. Job post for candidate, job search step are only types. This is going to be an enum though. Yeah, job post for candidate. All right, it's still cranking. Maybe we should try to fix a couple more issues. Okay, what else we got? The no-ish coalescing operator. Okay. This one I'm not sure about. 206, does it complain about 206? It does not. Okay, so it lets us do that. And then the apostrophes. Two, two, two. Where's 222? So here's the CSV, download CSV. Upload rounds. I don't really, no, I didn't want to do that, sorry. Okay, it's fine. It's just big. This one looks really cool. This one looks kind of ugly, huh? I guess it's fine. What do you think, chat? Gaming Develop, what are you doing? We are working on a job search tracker, including visualizations. So the visualizations are good. Job search round, and then I'll change the name of this. Foobar. Job search rounds foobar. Okay, so now I'll go back to the job search archive and I'll make a foobar. From downloads. Please use the upload rounds button on the job search page details page instead. This ensures rounds are correctly associated with job posts. How do I feel about this? So they're two separate spreadsheets, eh? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So we'll just delete that whole fragment then. What does that look like in prod, by the way? Yeah, it's this blue button, add application, add application. So it looks fine here, but I want it to be more discrete here. Yeah, I think that looks better. Although I want the add application first. And I want this aligned vertically. How do we do that? Text align. So that's the horizontal. Okay. Oh, it reverted my size. My size changed, but that's okay. It looks better now. Good, I think that looks good. Sammy, looks like gibberish to me. Are you joking? Does it really look terrible? No way, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Okay, so I think this is all good. Now, I want, so job post, oh yeah, I want pagination here. No, it's good. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sammy. 370 likes. Love to see it. So clicking the next button is still not updating the router. I'm expecting this to occur on click, not by use effect. Yeah, good, 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 good. Hey, I'm on stream right now.
Okay, I was just checking to see if you'd wait up for me.
Yeah, I'll be up.
Alright, love you.
Love you, bye. Okay, so here I'm on the main page. Nope, it doesn't seem to be working. And I see this error. Okay, that we can deal with that. Nope, clicking, it still doesn't do it. Handled next page. link component instead of button clicks. Oh, interesting. An interesting turn of events. Excuse me. Not on the individual job posts. Oh, okay. I was just telling it to do the wrong one. That's on me. Job search. Is it on me? No, I feel like that's not on me. Do we need pagination at both levels? Let's completely overwrite the file to fix the issue. Good. Okay, so it was doing TRPC pagination. Yeah, this is like TRPC pagination, but I care about the user experience pagination. Problem appears to be unrelated to the job search component displaying the detail page. Instead, seems like we need to check how the component is displaying page information. Looks like this page has gotten too large. The upload round CSV modal should be its own component. Cut it, cut it, cut it. Look at all this searching it has to do. That's a sign that the file is too large when it has to grep all over. Boom, cut it. Okay, cool, it cut out the modals, great. So now this thing is one chunk in size. It's under 200 lines. That's beautiful. So I'm going to want to remake the Copilot instructions. Whenever this new file is ready. So 1, 2, 3 modals. 1, 2. 3 modals. And it's going to need to fix some lint issues, but that's okay. We already captured the new dependencies and files over here. Look at all these new files we made. We vibe coded, y'all. Under 2 hours, and that's a lot of work. This could be a whole sprint of work pretty easily, I think. While it's doing its thing, we can try to run the build. Claude 3.7 Sonnet here. Doing something with the upload CSV modal. I wonder what it's doing over here. Fixing some lint issues, okay. Good, those red lines gone away. Now it's back to the add job post modal. I wonder if it's going to catch the build issue that we ran into right here. So if we scroll down, there's a red mark on disabled. Because disabled does not exist on the intrinsic attributes of this field. Does anyone know a full stack developer? I have a job opportunity. I know a couple people on LinkedIn. You can shoot me a note. Okay, so we're running the build again. Parallel with cursor. And mutate does not exist on the job post list. So we'll go ahead and commit that. And now we're looking at build fixes basically. Okay, pretty quick fix there. I'll do 5 cycles of these fixes just to get a head start on Vercel. So here's 1 and 2. Here's 3. Four. Turnaround on these smaller ones is quicker. That's great. Get ready on the job search details here. I'll queue up the next post. Check in on YouTube. No comments on YouTube. By the way, if you're on TikTok, YouTube link is in the bio. It might give you some better view of the screen. So Claude is grabbing a bunch of these. I'm grabbing a few at the same time. But I think we're going to hit the 2-hour mark before we get done with these. And we don't have time to QA, so I don't think I'm merging this just yet. I'm going to propose that we resume these build fixes in another stream. So that's going to be it for tonight, y'all, and I guess this will be shipping tomorrow. Thanks for hanging in there with me. No shame in it. I mean, we did 2 hours, and I think we got 2 weeks worth of work done, but it's still not quite ready to deploy to production. So this will not be available until probably Monday. But thank you so much for being here. Hope you'll follow the page.